News Now Morning Sprint is brought to you by Dr. Scott Ralph, orthodontist.
It is 6:52. Time to get you ready for your Wednesday here on the Morning Sprint.
Caroline Flynn explains why the country's biggest roller figure skaters are in Spokane.
Mark Peterson keeping an eye on cooler, breezy weather today. And Kelsey Morgan has why the police chief at the University of Utah just abruptly retired.
But first, stay out of Moses Lake. Grant County health experts say there may be toxic blue-green algae in the water. The toxin was found in Connolly Park. Now they're waiting on test results to confirm if it is in the whole lake. In the meantime, everyone is asked to avoid contact with the water and be sure to carefully clean all fish recently caught in Moses Lake. Blue-green algae can be deadly to people and animals and can cause serious illness, including jaundice, abdominal pain, and vomiting.
The fight to restore free parking at a downtown Cortland park rages on. Until recently, the first 2 hours of parking at McEwen Park was free. Now it's $1 an hour. Last night, about 100 community members complained at the city council meeting, saying they can't afford the fee and they shouldn't have to.
It felt like the parks were taken away from us and given to the tourists. It feels like they were stolen.
The parking fees are still in place for now, but the council said it would take the public comments into consideration and consult with the city's parking commission.
All right, good morning, everybody. It is going to be cloud cover for the most part today. We're going to see some scattered and isolated sprinkles. That's going to be about it. So your 10-second takeaway. Get ready for the cloud cover. Get ready for those sprinkles. But it's the winds gusting to 30 miles an hour. Get ready for that. Make sure that you've got extra hairspray.
Well, the chief of police at the University of Utah has resigned. Dale Brophy had been under intense scrutiny ever since Pullman native Lauren McCluskey was murdered on campus by her ex-boyfriend last fall. Melvin Rowland had been threatening and harassing her and had previously lied to her about his age and criminal history. When McCluskey found out he was actually 37 and a registered sex offender who was out of prison on parole, she asked campus police for protection. She was murdered just a few weeks later. An investigation found her pleas for help were not taken seriously. Brophy was never reprimanded for his department's handling of the case. In an email yesterday, he said he was retiring to pursue other opportunities. He said it will provide the department an opportunity to continue forward under new leadership. McCluskey's parents have been critical of Brophy and called his retirement a step in the right direction. The McCluskeys have also filed a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against the university.
Fire crews in central Washington are gaining more control over the power line fire burning near Mattawa. Everyone who was evacuated is now back home. Crews say the fire burned more than 12 square miles in total. Last night, they said that they had it about 80% contained. The flames did not reach any buildings and nobody was hurt.
The hearing to decide whether admitted Freeman High School shooter Caleb Sharp should be tried as a juvenile or an adult will continue today. It's been a year and 10 months since Sharp fired gunshots inside the school. Sophomore Sam Strahan was killed and 3 other girls were injured. The hearing began Monday. In court, Sharp's attorneys argued he may have suffered brain damage at birth. We'll let you know what happens today. If you don't have time to keep up with the news during your busy day, you can get our daily local newsletter sent to your inbox every night. Read all about important stories like this one whenever you have the time. Sign up at KXLY.com.
Coming up next on Good Morning America, GMA takes a look back at this viral video of a Spokane police officer breaking a woman free from a burning car, saving her life. But why was that window so hard to crack?
Of the window, there is a label. If you read it, it says that it is laminated.
Why knowing the type of windows your car has could save your life.
And the debate about Life 360. It's an app that helps parents monitor their kids, but some teens are lashing out online saying it's a violation of privacy.
I remember that my first response was, I feel leashed.
The hashtag Life360 has been posted more than 14 million times as teens vent about their parents being able to keep tabs on them at all times.
Today, primary election ballots will be mailed out to Spokane County voters. This year's primary election is on August 6th, giving you a little less than 3 weeks to get those ballots filled out. If you're not registered to vote, the deadline to get registered in time for the primary is a week and a half from now on Monday, July 29th. Washington has a top 2 primary system, meaning the top 2 candidates in every race who get the most votes in the primary will move on to the November ballot. For partisan races, it does not matter if the top 2 candidates are from the same political party. On the ballot this year are several mayor positions, including Spokane, Liberty Lake, and Spangle, also various city council and school district positions.
All right, I am going to skate off screen right now because I want you guys to take a look at this speed demon who is behind me. This is Trevor Dorman. He is going to be competing in the national competition for speed skating starting very soon, because today marks the beginning of the USA Roller Sports National Championships here in Spokane. It's all going to be happening at the Spokane Convention Center over the next month, really. But Patterson's North, where we are this morning, is where all of the practicing is going to be taking place. Trevor's going to skate on over. Trevor, how long have you been speed skating for? Because that was insane.
Close to 10 years.
Whew. What are you most excited about, nervous about with this competition that's starting in the next few weeks for you?
Well, it's in the hometown, so I have a little bit of advantage. Just being able to sleep my own bed. So.
You're a little out of breath. Well, I want to mention, he told me earlier, the biggest thing that you're going to want to come out and see is on July 30th. It's this competition where everyone's going to be competing for money. So he said it gets really, really competitive there. So you're not going to want to miss that. Again, it's all happening at the Spokane Convention Center.
Tonight, the Spokane Public School Board expected to pass its budget for next year. In the plan, K-3 class sizes would be decreased to 20 students per classroom, while 4th through 12th will be increased to 30. K-3 students will now be released early at 1:45 every Friday afternoon instead of every other Friday. If you want to weigh in on the 2019-2020 budget, tonight's public meeting starts at 7 at the downtown admin building.
El Chapo will be sentenced today. Joaquin Guzman, which is El Chapo's real name, was convicted of running a criminal enterprise and drug trafficking. He's also accused of ordering or taking part in the murder and torture of more than 24 people. El Chapo has been held under extreme security for the last 3 years following previous escapes from prison. He's expected to serve his sentence at the country's most secure federal prison in Colorado.
A judge is expected to decide today whether to exonerate an Idaho man who spent 2 decades behind bars for rape and murder in Idaho Falls. He made a false confession. The Idaho Innocence Project took up Christopher Tapp's case, and a DNA genealogy test proved he did not kill 18-year-old Angie Dodge in 1996. DNA testing led to another man who later confessed to Dodge's murder.
Coming up tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest, how you can make the simple pleasure of riding a bike a reality for everyone, no matter their ability. Our Caroline Flynn is checking out Spokane's I Can Shine Bike Camp with how you can volunteer and make a difference in someone's life.
That sounds extremely cool. Today we have somewhat of a mild start. We're sitting at 57 degrees, cloud cover, and then it's going to be mid-70s all the way through Friday. Thursday and Friday, sunshine. It's warmer with sunshine, low to mid to upper 80s. Monday and Tuesday, 90s.
Warming up big time starting on Sunday.
Sure.